welcome Chinkasima Dipalni, an SS1 student of Kith Kin International College, Odeibeshe, Ikorodu, Lagos State. And with me in the studio today, I have students of the same school who will be hopping on today's discussion. Iroluwa, Michael, Heritage, God's Grace, Amaris. If you don't mind, would you like to introduce yourself to the listeners?
My name is Afolabi Eroluwa, and I am a science student of Kith Kin International College.
My name is Michael Ajibade. I am a science student of Kith Kin International College.
My name is Adeyemi Heritage, a commercial student of Kith Kin International College.
My name is Ekunda God's Grace, a science student of Kith Kin International College.
My name is Akpa Amaris, a science student of Kith Kin International College.
Thank you all for that hearty introduction. I'm sure our listeners will take note of that. Now, folks, on today's episode, we'll be discussing a very sensitive topic, which I'm sure most of us can relate to. And when I say most of us, I'm referring to our parents and the students, because it's all about the influence that parents have on their children's choice of careers. How much influence do they really have? Well, as we go on through today's discussion, we'll be answering this question and many others. It's been established that parents do dictate to their children on what to become in life. Invariably, some children think otherwise in their choices of careers. Therefore, we'll examine the meaning of career, why parents do intervene in the choice of careers for their children, and effects of parental dictatorship. And obviously not forgetting the big question I promised to give an answer to at the start of my introduction. First of all, what is a career? A career can be defined as a profession undertaken for a significant period of a person's life with opportunities for progress. So I would like to hear from you, God's Grace. Would you like to share with us what you actually think a career is?
Well, I actually go with your own definition, but to add to it, a career is one calling in life, or what someone has passion for and going into it professionally. Thank you.
Thank you for that, God's Grace. I would also like to hear from you, Iroluwa. What do you think a career is?
Thank you for that wonderful question, Kasima.
You're welcome.
A career is someone's life profession which they are formally trained at, but few times informally trained at, and they are a professional at it. Back to you, Kasima.
So we're all on the same page. We all agree that a career is a profession undertaken for a significant period of a person's life.
We agree with you.
Okay. So now we'll be moving on to the next section of this discussion, which is all about why parents intervene in the choice of careers for their children. Obviously, parents will have their reasons for these interventions. But I would like to hear from you, Amaris. Why do you think parents intervene in the choice of careers for their children?
Firstly, I would like to express my gratitude by thanking you for gracing me with the opportunity to speak on this very topic.
You're welcome.
I believe we all know that the society seems to influence children or students in their everyday lives directly or indirectly, positively or negatively. And in this process, it causes parents to want to appease the society and in the process of doing that, displease their own children. And this leads me to my own topic, to my point, societal and cultural view. I believe the societal and cultural view is the reason why parents influence their children's choice of career. We all know that the society holds certain careers in high esteem and others in very low esteem. And because of this, parents seem to want to choose their children's choice of career to prevent the society from saying different kind of things. Let's take, for example, medicine and plumbing. Medicine is seen as a very high career in the society. It's seen as a career that is held in high degree in the society. And when children seem to want to become or take part in the medicine career, they are highly supported by both their parents, the society, and even their peers at home. It is rarely seen that a student who wants to study medicine is not supported by any of the previously mentioned people. But plumbing, on the other hand, it is rarely seen that students who want to study plumbing in the university are supported by their parents, their friends, or even the society. It is mostly found that they are downgraded, looked upon, or forced to change their career choice to other career choices. And this is why we are talking about it today, because it is a very big problem. So that's what I have to say on this topic.
Thank you for that, Amaris. So in other words, you're trying to say that parents just want to agree with the societal receptivity on any career that that specific child goes into.
Very correct. And in the process of doing so, they seem to displease their own children in the process of pleasing the society.
I appreciate that, Amaris. So I would like to hear from you, God's Grace. Would you mind to share your own personal opinion on this very germane topic?
I sincerely appreciate you for giving me the opportunity to share my opinion on this wonderful topic. I feel why parents do intervene in their children's choice of career is due to emotional investment and expectation. Some parents have upheld dreams for their children in the sense that they put away their children's opinion or ambition and put them onto a path they have paved on behalf of the children. For instance, a business title, which is a child to take over that particular business and, and keep the professional line going. Thank
You're welcome for that, God's grace. So, in a short recap, you're trying to say that parents have achieved some things in a particular line of a career and they will want that particular child to go on in that line of career to inherit their legacy.
you. Yes, no man, I repeat, no man who actually wants the business he has been building for many years should actually be taken over by an unknown person. Thank you.
Amazing, God's grace. I would like to hear from you, Heritage, your perspective on this topic.
Well, Kasima, I would like to appreciate you for the opportunity to speak on this topic. I believe, like you said, parents would have their many reasons for actually wanting to intervene in their children's choice of careers. One of which I believe is lack of awareness of changing professional markets. Parents might not be aware of evolving professional markets or emerging career fields, and so would want their children to go into traditional careers that were more relevant and successful at their own period of time. So enable their children's success in life. And then I believe another reason is because parents might not have been given the opportunity to actually go in line with whatever career they wanted to study while they were in their university years or while they were still studying. And so they would want to impose such responsibilities on their children to take over.
Thank you for that, Heritage. What you're trying to say now is that parents are unaware of careers that are trending in the modern times and they still stick with those that were prominent and relevant in those days. Am I right?
Exactly right.
Okay, I really appreciate that, Heritage. So I would like to hear from you, Michael. Why do you think parents do intervene in the choice of careers for their children?
Well, thank you, Chinkasuma, for allowing me to express my opinions on this very good topic. Well, I feel that a reason why parents do intervene in the choice of careers for their children is because of the personal experiences and beliefs. Some parents do preach to their children on what they faced in life, such as hardship and regrets, aspirations and successes. So parents who succeeded in a particular line of career also want their children to also succeed, thereby forcefully directing them into that same line of career to ensure and certify that their prosperity. However, parents who failed in a particular line of career do not want their children to venture into that same line of vocation in order to prevent failure. Thereby, they circumvise them and evade them from that same path of career. Thank you. I also feel that the fear of uncertainty can prompt parents to intervene in the choice of careers for their children. With all that being said, I believe I've been able to express my perspective clearly. Thanks once again, Chinkasuma.
You're welcome, Michael. So what you're trying to say now is that parents are uncertain and uncomfortable about some peculiar careers that a child wants to go to in life.
Yes.
Okay, I really appreciate that, Michael. So now I would like to hear from you, everyone. Would you like to share your personal opinion on this topic?
Thanks a bunch, Kasima, for allowing me to share my personal opinion on this topic.
You're welcome.
Well, as you said earlier, parents always have their reasons. And one of the reasons I think that parents choose careers for their children is the desire of protection. Every parent wants to limit their children's struggles in life. They want to prevent them from failure and difficult paths. They will even go to the extent of discouraging them to go for some careers. Let's take for an example a family who has lost a member or two due to a plane crash. They won't want a child of that family to become a pilot or have an aviation job. They want to limit his struggles in life, prevent him from risks and injuries so that nothing will happen at the end. They want to feel that yes, my child is safe, nothing is happening to him, that yes, he's always going to be safe because his job has low risk. Like as the example Amaris gave before, medicine and plumbing. Plumbing has lower risk than medicine. Medicine, we always have the risk of contracting a disease from the patients you treat. So, thank you, Kasima.
You're welcome. Parents are protection. They always want to protect their children from anything that they know will cause them harm or anything that would signify any form of risk onto their child.
You're correct. Ultimate protection.
Ultimate protection. So with that, we'll be going on a very short commercial break. Thank you.
Excellence in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Kith Kin Educational Schools is organizing STEM inter-school competition, i.e. science, technology, engineering, and mathematics competition for year 5 and 6 pupils. There will be scholarship awards into GSS 1, year 7 for winners, and other prizes. Date, Thursday, 20th June 2024. Venue, Kith Kin Educational Schools, Owode Ipeshi Campus. Time, 10:00 a.m. prompt. Also, 2024-2025 second entrance examination into year 7 GSS 1 into Kith Kin International College, Owode Ipeshi, and Kith Kin British Academy, Mosele Estate. Date, Saturday, 29 June 2024. Venue, Kith Kin International College, Owode Ipeshi. For more inquiries, please call 09120408857 or 09120408860. You can as well visit our website at kithandkinschools.com. Kith and Kin, be resourceful.
We welcome you back from that short commercial break. And if you're just tuning in, you're listening to Kith Kin Half Hour on Radio. So now I would like to do a short recap on what we'll be talking about before this commercial break. We explained the meaning of careers, and my co-presenters gave other meanings that they think were correct. We also went into why parents intervene in the choice of careers for their children. So now we'll be going into the consequences of parents choosing careers for their children. Just to remind you, consequences is just not one way. In fact, it has two sides because it can either be negative or positive. So I would like to hear from you, Iroluwa. What do you think these consequences are?
Well, I only see the negative side, negative consequences of parents choosing careers for their children. And one of these is loss of self-identity. When an individual is not allowed to choose a career based on his or her interests or nurture his or her talents into a career, that individual will lose their sense of self, their talents, or their self-esteem and confidence. It will dwindle and it will negatively affect his or her personal growth. My second opinion on this is career burnout. Now, when an individual is in a career that he or she does not like or is not suited for, they are most likely to experience fatigue and stress. And this will affect their overall well-being of life, their quality of life, and too much stress causes hypertension, which is deadly and rampant in our society. Let's take for example, when we say career burnout, an accountant, someone who wanted to become an accountant that was forced to become an engineer, the person will always struggle saying, I want to meet my needs, my wants, my family's needs, if he or she has a family. Thanks to you, Kasima. Any questions?
Yeah, I really do have a question. How do you think that this consequence of parents intervening in the choice of careers of their children hinder the personal growth of that child?
As I mentioned in the first negative consequence, the loss of self-identity, when their self-confidence and their self-esteem, when it dwindles, it will negatively affect their personal growth. Because when you have when you have a talent, you will be nothing can bring you feel like you're at the top of nothing will bring you down. Well, to buttress that point, you feel proud of yourself that yes, I know I have talent, I can do this, I can do that. But if you don't, when your self-esteem and self-confidence dwindles, it will negatively affect your personal growth because of your self-esteem. You need self-esteem to grow personally, to meditate.
It affects the child negatively.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome for that, really well.
Thank
So
you.
now I would like to ask you, Michael, what are the consequences of parents intervening in the choice of careers for their children?
Thanks once again, Chinkasumi.
You're welcome.
Well, every question needs an answer, but before I go into that, I want to counter what you said earlier. You said that the consequences can either be positive or negative. I actually don't necessarily believe that the consequences can either be negative or positive. I am on the negative side. I have two views on this. Firstly, I believe that the parents' intervention in the choice of careers can lead to mental and emotional stress. The expectations from the parents can put anxiety, stress, and even depression, frustration on the minds of the children. This will happen if they do not feel interested in the careers that their parents are forcing them into. Take, for instance, a child who has an artistic talent or a singing talent who is forced by his parents to go into the engineering line. He or she would not have the ability to cope with the necessary requirements because he or she has no talent in the engineering line. Thank you.
You're welcome for that, Michael. So, in a short recap, you're trying to say that whenever people or children don't see anything like no certainty, they don't feel good in that career choice that parents have given onto them. They are uncertain, and then it changes their it leads to depression and anxiety.
Yeah, also to add to that, I believe that the mental and emotional stress can lead to ultimate suicide. The frustration from the mental and emotional stress can allow the children to commit suicide if they have nowhere to run to. So, like the saying, a dream crusher is a life crusher. If parents out there do not allow their children to indulge into the careers that they want to indulge into, they will feel frustrated and kill themselves at the end. So, parents, please bear this in mind that your choices can have significant effects in the lives of the children, like death and frustration. And I believe that the disadvantages of parents' intervention in the choice of careers outweigh the advantages. Thank you.
You're welcome for that, Michael. So now I would like to hear from you, Heritage. What do you think these consequences are?
Oh, Kasima, I would like to once again appreciate you for this opportunity to speak. In disagreement to what Michael and Irioluwa had said earlier, I would like to add to it that consequences, like you said, are both positive and negative. On the positive side, I believe the child or children have the advantage of their parental guidance and experience. Parents who have been venturing into a particular line of careers and want their children to go into that particular line, the children will have the advantage of parental guidance or experience. That is, anytime the children are having issues over a particular point in their career or even in their academic life, they can always go to meet their parents, knowing fully well that their parents will be able to explain to them or show them the perfect right or the perfect path to go to in that decision making side. But on the negative side, I believe it leads to emotional distance and breakdown between parent and child. Constant disagreement or resentment between parents and child may make the child think that their parents always want to have control of their life in any way they can. And so it will lead to communication breakdown and emotional distance between both the parents and the child. Thank
You're welcome for that, Heritage. But if you don't mind, I would like to ask a question.
you.
So do you think this parents intervening in choice of careers, like in decision making, can actually help those children to make good decisions in the future?
Well, I believe so because anytime like the child has any problems in such career or they have any problem, like I said, in their academic life, they can always go to meet their parents, knowing fully well that their parents have been venturing into that line. So they won't have issues going into that particular field because they know that yes, anytime I go to meet my dad or anytime I go to meet my mom, you'll be able to give me the right decision to make in this problem that I'm having. Thank you.
You're welcome for that, Heritage. So now I would like to hear from you, God's Grace. If you don't mind, you'd like to share your own personal opinion on this topic.
Thank you once again, Kasima. I feel the consequences of parent intervention on their children's choice of career is actually a two-sided one. It falls on the positive consequence and the negative consequence. I'll start with the positive consequence: financial stability. Parent advice on their children actually help their children in the nearest future to become financially stabilized, which can help the individual for a long term and will make the individual dependent. Why on the negative side, lack of motivation and engagement. Children who undertake a career they have no interest in, later on they feel unmotivated and trapped in that particular situation they're in. For instance, a child that wants to go into the arts department being forced to go into the science department. We all know the core subject of that science class will actually make the child have poor performances because it's not good at that aspect, which which can make the child which can affect the child emotionally or psychologically. Thank you.
I really appreciate that, God's Grace. So now I'd like to hear from you, Amaris. What do you think these consequences are?
Well, to be very honest, I actually feel very double-minded about this particular thing. I support this decision of parents, and at the same time, I totally disagree with it. My reason for supporting this decision of parents is because this decision of parents actually creates new opportunities on the side of the children. It opens the children's mind to career choices they never knew existed before, or career choices they never knew could help them in showcasing whatever talent they had. And this leads to the reason why I disagree with this decision of parents. Decision of parents can actually cause regrets in the life on the part of both the parent and the child. Like my co-presenter said, that it can lead to ultimate suicide. When the child begins to regret his decisions on listening to his parents' ideas on changing his choice of career, he or she can actually commit suicide in the process. And when this child doesn't eventually succeed in whatever career he chose, the parents will begin to regret not allowing his or her child to go into the career choice they actually wanted to. And it can also lead to unfulfilled potentials. It can make children realize or look back and realize that, oh, they didn't actually get to show the world what they have in them. They didn't get to show the world whatever talent that they had in them. It is seen almost in our everyday lives whereby children will go to university, study whatever their parents want them to study, and at the end, after getting whatever degree they had gotten, they will go back to their parents and present the certificate to their parents, telling them, "Oh, I studied what you wanted me to study. Now I am going back to university to study what I actually want to study, to show the world what I have in me, to present my talents to the world and many others." So that is my own take on this.
Thank you for that, Amaris. So now I'll be saying the number that we can call in to ask questions and share our own thoughts, which is 09040811061 or 09040821061. I repeat, 09040811061 or 09040821061. So as we wait for callers, we'll be going on a very short commercial break.
To discover talent in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, Kith Kin Educational Schools is organizing STEM inter-school competition, i.e. science, technology, engineering, and mathematics competition for year 5 and 6 pupils. There will be scholarship awards into GSS 1, the acceptable winners, and other prizes. Date, Thursday, 20th June 2024. Venue, Kith Kin Educational Schools, Owuze Ibechi Campus. Time, 10:00 a.m. Front. Also, 2024-2025 second entrance examination into year 7 GSS 1, into Kith Kin International College, Owode Ibechi, and Kith Kin British Academy, Mosana Estate. Date, Saturday, 29 June 2024. Venue, Kith Kin International College, Owode Ibechi. For more inquiries, please call 09120408857 or 09120408860. You can as well visit our website at kithandkinschools.com. Kith and Kin, be resourceful.
Hello, what's your name and where are you calling from? Good evening, sir. Sorry, sir. If you don't mind, can you turn off your radio, please? Thank you, sir. Call back, sir. Yes, I can, sir.
Very, very proud of the participation, the intelligence, the level of intelligence, the level of hard work put in place by all the students involved, with no exception. It is my call to encourage all the students. I believe some of you are just starting this program, but with your performance today, I think the sky is your limit.
Thank you.
I know it all. The sky is your limit. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for that. Amazing. So I would like to call the number again. 09040811061 or 09040821061. Thank you. So while we wait for callers, I would like to go to the big question, which I promised to give an answer to at the start of my introduction. How much influence do parents really have on their children? So I'll be throwing that to you, Amaris. How much influence do you think parents have on their children?
Well, a very big thank you for throwing that question to me.
Hello, sir. Good day, and where are you calling from? Hello, sir. What's your name and where are you calling from? Please call back, sir. So, Amaris, back to the question.
Well, I would like to say a very big thank you for presenting that question before me. To be candid, I'm actually sitting on the fence on this. I'm actually sitting on the fence on this. I feel children actually allow their parents to influence them on this decision because of whatever things their parents have been doing for them, like paying their school fees, providing for their everyday needs, and many more, or whatever relationship they share with their parents. And they'll not want to let their parents down by changing their mind or from going from the career path that their parents had put in place for them. And at the same time, I also feel children do actually care on whatever take their parents has on this or whatever influence their parents can create on them. Like we all know, this is the 21st century where gadgets rule and many other things. So I believe children will actually do what they want to do to please the social media and the people around them and not actually their parents, or do what they want to do to make themselves happy. So that's all.
Thank you for that, Amaris. So with that, we've come to the end of today's discussion. If you want to listen to this program again, you can meet us same time, same place next week. Until then, keep dreaming, keep believing. We are Kith and Kin.
We are resourceful.